All right. Well, let's go ahead and get this thing started. Welcome, everyone, and happy Halloween. It is half of the Mythos Busters, the ones who don't have young children. Surprise, surprise. I'm Sean, and that's Justin.
Oh,
And tonight we're bringing back an old series, and I don't know if we can. I mean, is it a series if it happens once a year? It seems like we have different words for that. I don't know what the word is.
I think you said it almost with confidence, so we count it.
Yeah, okay, let's go with that. So we're bringing back the old series, the "Look What I Found" series, which is what we always called it when we got a nice card preview to bring to you guys. And oh boy, we got some good ones. So we are very honored this week in this round in particular that we get to actually close out FFG's Week of Horror with this preview. So big thanks to FFG for reaching out to us for that. I'd say, we're just gonna preview a new investigator tonight from the upcoming expansion, the Feast of Hemlock Vale, which I'm very excited about. I don't know if he's probably not here tonight because he also has small children, but to my limited knowledge, and he's been intentionally keeping me in the dark, but this is the first expansion that Nick actually worked on after leaving the podcast. So not only are we just all hyped in the post Scarlet Keys world, but we got some personal investment too. So, shall we?
We shall.
Not that one. This one. All right, guys, gals, and NBs. Let's get to it. We are going to preview for you guys one Alesandra Zorzi. Zorzi? I don't know. Pronunciation. I'm going to go with Zorzi just because that's how my American English works. So Alesandra is the Countess. She's literally nobility. She is Drifter and Socialite traded. She has 3 willpower, 4 intellect, 2 combat, and 4 agility. You may take an additional action during your turn, which can only be used to parlay. And then Elder Sign effect is +2. If you succeed, choose a non-elite enemy at your location or a revealed connecting location. Automatically evade that enemy. Whew, juicy. Then she has
Seems
7.
like they were very clear that it should be non-elite.
Well, and then she's got 7 health and 7 sanity. Okay, so yeah, we've got the full boat of cards here, guys. We've got the back and we've got signatures. But before we get to that, yeah, Dave C. agree. Art is great. Real cool character. I am glad that we're at a point in the card pool that clearly we have a character that's going to be based in parlay. Really cool. She's got an Ursula-esque stat line, which she's got 1 more point than Ursula, does she not? Isn't Ursula a 3-4-1-4? Yeah. Okay. Burst Coffee says literally better Trish. Ooh, I don't know. Have you seen the latest FAQ? Maybe.
I'm waiting for them to say that the next time we and I want to be clear, I'm making no promises on timing, but the next time we get around to March to Madness, come with fire like that, and we'll see if we can get a little war going.
Yeah. So the fun thing about March to Madness is it is so much about the politicking. It turns out, and Scott did a great job. I have a feeling Ursula's not going to continue to get dethroned, but we'll see. But yeah, Banjo Thulu, 3 willpower and a rogue. That is notable. She's actually going to pass some tests. But as most parlay tests are either willpower or intellect, I guess that kind of makes sense. I mean, I assume you're going to run fine clothes in Alesandra, but you still want those good base values. So yeah. Very exciting. All right.
I just think it's going to be fun to play around with parlay more.
Agree. Now that explains the latest FAQ buffing parlay cards, right? If you remember, interrogation for sure, and I want to say persuasion. Both got a buff so that they apply to more
Right.
enemies.
That's right.
The
'Cause they
humanoid got removed.
Yeah.
Which, humanoid was still a pretty plentiful trait, but there are some scenarios where that just is not going to do anything for you. So now we know. All right. Now the reason you are all actually here. Let's see the back. All right. So Alesandra is a standard 30. Her deck building options are Rogue 0 to 5, cards with Parlay 0 to 5, and neutral cards 0 to 5. Her deck building requirements, she's got 3 copies of her signature Beguile. Zarnacona, I have the real card here. I can't look at it or everyone else is going to see it. And then a random basic weakness. And then I want to get into the story here because I think, if I'm not mistaken, this character is from one of the more recently released Aconite series of Arkham books. Chat,
I think that's correct.
Check me if I'm wrong there. But Alessandra's life of carefree luxury enables her to hop from a stately gala in New York City to a banquet with the Maharaja of India with ease. The Countess has sampled every dish, drink, and dame from Marrakesh to Chicago. Spicy. The regal title is just an act, however. Behind the scenes, Alesandra uses her cover to pilfer from art galleries, banks, and the hearts and pocketbooks of the rich and frivolous. Her silver tongue has gotten her into, and out of, plenty of trouble. A new job with the shadowy Zamacona brought Alesandra to Arkham, Massachusetts, where the Countess learned the more that lurks beyond the suggestible rich and frivolous excess than she previously thought. Love it. So queer-coded. We love that. Really cool backstory. Definitely fitting in the rogue class fairly neatly. Justin, have you done any of the spin-off books? They're not spin-off books. They're made by, you know what I mean, the novels.
Yeah, no, I have purchased them all because I intend to. I have not actually gotten into them yet. I actually even picked up the it's not LCG specific, but I think there were 6 of the smaller novels that were generally in the world before.
Mm-hmm.
I got those when they were getting rid of them. So
I have read 2 of those.
The Arkham Book Club can be my my winter project.
Or your extra podcast series. I'd show up for book club. Give me reading again. Yeah, sorry. Coded was a little late, guys. I take that back. It's not exactly subtle. Okay. Well, let's move on then. Justin, would you be so kind as to read Alessandra's signature?
I would.
Beguile.
Oh. All right. And there are 3 copies of this, right?
There are 3 copies of this.
All right. So, 2-cost event as a wild icon. It is a trick. Alesandra Zorzi, deck only. Fast, play only during your turn. Attach Beguile to a non-elite enemy at your location. Action, Parlay. Either move attached enemy to a revealed connecting location, or perform a basic investigate or evade action at its location. If you fail a skill test while resolving this ability, discard Beguile. You may activate this ability from any location.
Your thoughts?
Well, I gave you a preview of my thoughts. I really like this. Like, this card itself, I think, is super fun. I love that there are stakes to it, right? The downside for me is I read how they did stakes on this, and I wish this is what they did with Power Word. Where it's, if you fail a skill test, I don't know, at a location where the power worded enemy is, or some variant of this as opposed to the willpower test they gave it. That's just me. We'll see what happens. When I'm less salty about that, maybe I'll again, that doesn't diminish how much I enjoy what this is doing and how excited I am to play this one.
Yeah, but like I think this does show a little bit, at least at the time of release. This might be a thing that becomes untrue in the future, but I do think we are a little light on parlay cards in the current card pool to like really give Alessandra like a lot of. There's probably like 2 or 3 decks that jump out. I don't know. Granted, who knows what's in the box for her, but I do like that she gets 3 of these, such that like kind of no matter what, you've got like a set of good parlay cards that you can do something with.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the rest of the kit looks like when we finally get all the cards.
Yeah, and the art's fun. I kind of want to. I can zoom this in, right? Yes, I can. Whee! That earring's pretty awesome, I have to say.
All I can see in this is that Alesandra reminds me of, oh god, the Downton Abbey character. I want to say Mary. Again, if you've never seen it, it won't make any sense. But just trust me, because I look trustworthy.
I believe you. I can't confirm, but I do believe you.
Right.
That's just Ken emphatically agrees.
That's all you can see.
Burst Coffee going to be fun in Innsmouth? Yes, agree. Like the thought of just like never actually having to get face to face with some of those deep ones. Well, all of the deep ones that have like bad winning gauge effects. I know I'm going to be like really hot on Hemlock Vale for a while, but like, is it a thing that the expansion, the campaign expansion has always come after the investigator expansion? Do we expect that?
Sorry, one more time.
Okay, so since we've switched to Edge, to the new release model, has the investigator expansion always preceded the campaign expansion?
I believe so.
Okay. I don't know how intentional. I assume that's intentional, but yeah, I think maybe solo Innsmouth might be my first Alessandra campaign. Ooh, I might even do that on stream. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see how spicy I'm feeling. But yeah,
look at you making so many streaming plans.
I mean, that's the thing is like stream plans are like deck ideas. Like it kind of does. Ideas are cheap. It's all about like actually seeing it through. All right, let's round out the set and we'll show you guys her signature weakness. 1, Zamakona. You want to do this one too, Justin?
I can do this one too. Zamakona. 3/3/3, humanoid and criminal. He is elusive. He spawns at the nearest empty location if able. Alessandra Zorzi cannot parlay with Zamakona. Forced. The first time Alessandra Zorzi parlays each round, place 1 doom on Zamakona.
Now, in the past, when we've been given spoilers like this, sometimes they have actually like given us. I think it was with customizable, if I recall correctly, was the most recent. Well, that's the most recent release. So of course, we have been given the rules explanation for new keywords and whatnot, but we were not in this case. I have no idea what elusive does based on like purely context clues.
I think it is in the wild somewhere.
Oh, really?
And it's after they, like either they swing or you swing at them the first time they move. I think, but then they're exhausted.
Is elusive just inconspicuous Zoog? Because I might quit Arkham Horror, the card game.
Yeah. Oh, here, chat has
chat
it for
confirmed.
Us.
No!
If a
That's
ready
my
enemy
least
with
favorite
elusive
Zoog
keyword attacks or is attacked, after that attack resolves, that enemy immediately disengages from all investigators, moves to a connecting location with no investigators if able, and exhausts. This effect occurs whether the enemy was engaged with the attacking investigator or not. So it's
sounds like Peter and Frank got to spoil that.
Oh yeah, you're chasing them is what you're doing, or at least once.
I
How mad are you?
no. I mean, am I wrong? At chat, come on. Is that not the worst Zoog? The inconspicuous Zoog? All the rest of them you can just blast through, but elusive, it's like, no. Now I'm over here. I may or may not have just done a playthrough of Beyond the Gates of Sleep, where one just hounded me for every turn that it possibly could. Elwood's saying you can't one-shot it because, well, okay, maybe you can with elusive enemies, but if we're talking about the Zoog that I'm mentioning, it cancels, when a swarm card is killed, it cancels damage and flits off. Yeah, so Mr. Trench, hey Casey, what's up? All non-rogue combatants are blanket taxed. It's true. All right, well, anyway, so getting back to Zamakona.
You were so excited.
I know.
Excited, and then,
well, you know, I'm interested to see, because clearly this is the new keyword for the box, so it'll be interesting to see what they do with enemies. I love so far Nick's enemy design in everything that I've played that he's designed, so I have faith. Anyway, so nearest empty location. So he's not going to spawn on your location, but at least he's not like farthest location from you, right?
Sure.
And I mean, he really just...
I'm trying to do the math. So let's say just one next to you. So if somebody's got to spend an action to move in there, 1. Swing, 2. He moves. Ooh.
It's backstab. Just you're packing backstab. I think Alesandra just absolutely needs to run backstab. Are there any other like rogue 3 shots of damage? I don't know. Hit for 3. I mean, Spectral Razor takes care of lots of enemies like these, but unfortunately, I don't think she can take that one. Riestrad. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. And Riestrad might be a really good one, because as we well know, they're bringing Blurse back for this box. So like that will happen. That will happen. Rubbery Chicken, have a Guardian with handcuffs. We should all be so lucky to just have a Guardian ready with handcuffs.
Yeah, and I don't know how it actually plays, because I don't know the rogue card pool that well, but I wonder if there's an in-between involving evading and things like that.
Mm-hmm. String of Curses, Hemlor says that I agree with that one. That one is a sleeper hit, I think. I guess I don't hear many people talking about String of Curses, but there are some cards where just like String of Curses is like the silver bullet for what the encounter deck's trying to do to you. And String of Curses is a parlay. So yeah, there we go. You're taking 2 of String of Curses with Alesandra. That's what you do. All right, we solved it, guys. 2 string, 2 backstabs. Zamakona's, he's going to be fine. So she has no weakness. I mean, you still got to burn cards on him. Wow. Okay. So, oh wait, here, let me bring back the front. All right. So Alesandra, very exciting. I don't think we belabored long enough on how like juicy that Elder Sign is on her. It is a really, really good Elder Sign.
Yeah. I don't know.
Zigzane, sorry, we do have to immediately correct ourselves here. Zigzane is correct. Can't use String of Curses. Alesandra can't use String of Curses on him because it's a parlay. But someone else potentially could. Yeah. Dirty Fighting's parlay? Boy, it's really snuck into some places that I would not have expected. Sorry. Please, Alesandra, thoughts?
Oh, no, it's just the general investigator ability, the extra action, a lot of times when I am looking at investigators, those feel like a trap to me. Like I'm not going to, plan around enough to actually use it. I might as well go play someone else. This one, for some reason, feels different to me because I'd probably go so heavy at it, but yeah, we'll find out.
I mean, this is the kind of Elder Sign effect that I like, because there are some where you would really like to be able to trigger them on will, and there's the occasional investigator who either can or stands a chance at it, and that's fun. But like so often, an Elder Sign will come up on like some inconsequential test that you were already going to crush, and for so many investigators, it's either just +5 or something. You just really passed the test, which you did anyway. And then some of the other ones are like really conditional, like I don't know, Zoe, for instance. It's a really good Elder Sign when it comes up during an attack, but like if you're doing it in the middle of anything else, then suddenly it feels worse for some reason because you like missed the opportunity or something. But this could happen anytime, any place. And there's probably some enemy on the board where you're like, all right, well, we just don't have to worry about them this turn. It's pretty great.
Bye.
Yeah. So, and then I imagine this will also curtail into her taking like eavesdrop a decent amount of the time, because I think eavesdrop has to be an exhausted enemy. Yeah, I really should just have Arkham DB up so I say true things. One would think I've done this before.
You're starting a conversation. That's what you're doing.
It's true. It's true. I bet chat will get to it before I do.
Yeah.
What card was I just talking about?
Eavesdrop.
Thank you. I can drop a no Eve, sir. Unengaged. So not necessarily exhausted, but unengaged. So, evaded gets you both. So yeah, I like that. I'm very excited. This is...
Can you flip to the backside of the card again?
Yeah. This is the kind of rogue... I mean, I'm always a fan of investigators who just kind of like play differently, Like you're Patrice, you're Winnie, you're Amanda. We're still doing the things in their class, but you just like... The decisions you make and the way you play them like really sets them apart from other investigators. And it feels like Alesandra is going to fit at least somewhat into that category. She's still taking tests the normal way and not doing anything wacky with her hand, but it's focusing on a mechanic within the game that hasn't really gotten a whole lot of focus. So yeah, she's why Power Word got the test. That's probably true. Yeah.
But also dumb.
I mean, the main argument I have for Power Word not needing the taboo that it got is just that you have to sink a ton of experience and so many of your actions. Like it's how you're playing. It's really good, but it's like what you're doing. It's not like you get this like bonus amazing thing on top of like playing normal Mystic. If you're going hard on Power Word, you're just pouring a ton of your actions into actually using it. And here's Alessandra going like, no, I got to spare one every turn. So yes. Mr. Trench also ignore that taboo because it's bad. Yeah, I mean, I will. I can't speak for everyone else. I still have to pretend I'm trying to follow the rules. So, yeah. Well, it's very, very exciting. Well, thank you everyone for joining us for this very special edition of Look What I Found in Feast of Hemlock Vale. And thanks to FFG for hooking us up with those spoilers. That was really fun. Really hard to keep a lid on it for like a week and a half since we've had them in there.
Yeah.
If you haven't already, check out our podcast. We're on all of the main platforms as Mythos Busters. We just put out an episode where we discussed everything we missed during the summer. Well, we didn't get to everything. We wanted to get to everything, but we got
to half.
We just got to the FAQ and Hemlock Vale, which was enough. So that's out there. And then as well on this very channel, if you haven't followed yet, please do so. I'm running a solo campaign right now, and I'm having friends on to commentate and give advice. I'm hoping, don't hold me to this yet because I'm still squaring away details, but I'm hoping this Sunday, either late morning, early afternoon, I'll be able to do the next scenario with a very, very special guest. So look forward to that. Boy, Justin, any closing thoughts?
No, I was trying to make a Rougarou or werewolf pun, but yeah, I'm still just too excited about the new cards, so my brain's not there.
It works. It works. Well, we'll see you guys later and have. I'm so sorry. Have a happy Halloween. Bye.
Bye.